Hi guys, it's Ella from BuggyBaby here. Today we're going to be looking at and comparing the Joie Trillo car seat and the Joie Trillo LX car seat. We're going to see the differences between the two, if it's worth buying the LX instead of the Trillo, and yeah, we'll unbox them and see what they look like. So we're going to start unboxing the Joie Trillo LX car seat. We've got this one in Ember, so it's their dark version of the car seat. I think it's black and grey. So it's packed up nice and neatly with some polystyrene to protect some parts. We just take this out of the box. Okay, it's all in bits, but it's protected quite nicely with some polystyrene. So this is a car seat that you're going to have to assemble when you take it out, but I guess it's not going to be that difficult because it's a very simple product. So there's the booster. You obviously just have to put the back onto it. And move the box out of the way. So I've got all the parts laid out here. We've got the booster, we've got the backrest, and we've got the headrest. And I guess it's pretty explanatory. They all just clip together. We'll just take off the tags. So it's got a little instruction manual to check the fit in your car. So it's got every different car manufacturer. So I've just read some instructions on how to clip it together, and basically you want to just push and push and it'll clip into place like that. So you pull up the handle and it clips in like that and it's secure. So the main difference of the Joie Trillo and the Joie Trillo LX, as you can see here, are these guard surround safety panels. So they come separately to the car seat and you have to attach them while you're setting up the car seat. But they literally just attach to each side of the car seat. They have allocated slots, so you just slot them in, line them up, and they kind of click into place. There you go, so that's now clicked in there. And then your car seat is ready to install into the car using the ISOSafe connectors. So instead of ISOFIX points, they come with ISOSafe connectors. So these, I'll just turn the seat over to show you. So these connectors here are kind of like a carabiner clip, but they clip onto your ISOFIX points. They kind of work exactly the same. Obviously, you strap your little one in anyway using the 3-point seat belt. So these just make sure that the seat is extra secure in the car. So a really handy feature of the Joie Trillo LX is it has 2 cup holders on each side of the seat. This is really handy for your little one because it means that they can keep their drink and snacks in the back with them without falling on the floor or falling on the seat and not being able to reach them. So it's really handy for you as a parent as well because it means that they can keep hold of their drink at all times. You won't have anything falling into the footwell, hopefully. Obviously your little snacks and packets of crisps and bananas, you know, fruit or whatever, can also stay in here as well. So they're 2 really handy features. Your little one can also open them and close them as they want to. I mean, they can put little toys in there if they want. It's just a great place really for them to keep stuff. So yeah, that's a really good feature of the Joie Trillo LX. So the Joie Trillo LX is installed using your car's 3-point seatbelt to strap your little one in. Obviously you do fix the ISOSafe connectors to your ISOFIX points, but there's really handy belt guides, you know, within the headrest, and every belt guide has a red part, so you kind of know the path that you're following to plug your little one in. So the Joie Trillo LX does have memory foam cushioning on the seat, which keeps your little one really comfortable. And actually, just by feeling it, it is such a comfortable seat. Like, I would be very happy sitting in this on a journey. Definitely more comfortable than a car seat. It's like a really soft memory foam, so you can tell that your little one's not going to get agitated because they're going to have a numb bum. You know, they're going to really enjoy their journey. Even the backrest is really comfortable too. It's just a really squidgy padded seat, so you can imagine that they're going to be really comfortable throughout their journey. The Joie Trillo LX also has a 7-position headrest, so it starts from there and I mean it goes all the way up to there, which is super high. There's absolutely no reason, unless your child is really tall, that they won't fit in this car seat. I mean, it will last you for years and years. It grows with your child. It's got a V-shaped headrest, which keeps your little one's head in the right position. It's got really good side impact protection. It's just all round a really comfortable seat for your little one. The Joie Trillo LX is a Group 2-3 car seat, so it's a high back booster. It's suitable for children from 15 kilos to 36 kilos, which is approximately around 3 years until 12 years old. And once they pass this stage, they'll then be in the adult seatbelt, so you won't need a car seat anymore. So this car seat will last you a long time. So let's start unboxing the Joie Trillo. So it comes neatly packed away. This car seat is in ember, so it's kind of grey and black. It comes in parts, so it's something that will have to be set up, but it's only 3 parts, so it won't be too difficult. And there is your booster. Let's pop that down and get rid of the box. So here's the 3 parts. So we're just going to get everything ready to put together. So it's a pretty straightforward car seat to put together. You want to take these off the back, clip that in there, and you will hear a click as they go in. So that's the backrest on. And then to connect the headrest, you want to pull up and make sure the cushion's inside and just push it down, and then it slots in really easily. So that's the Joie Trillo set up in just a few simple steps, all ready to be slotted into your car. The Joie Trillo is installed using ISOSafe points. So instead of ISOFIX connection points, it has these, turn on the side so you can see, they're kind of like carabiner clips. So they just clip onto the ISOFIX arms in your car. Obviously you strap your little one in using a 3-point seat belt, but these just keep the booster really snug and tight in your car, making sure that it doesn't move anywhere. So that's a really good point as well. Another really handy feature of the Joie Trillo is that the covers are completely removable and machine washable. So it means that if your little one does spill anything in the car, you don't need to worry, or if they get their muddy feet on the seats, because they always get everywhere, it doesn't matter, because you can literally take these off, put them in the washing machine and be done with it. It does have 2 cup holders on each side, so it's a really great place for your little one to store their snacks, their drinks, their toys, anything that they want to hide away. They can open it and close it themselves as well. So it helps you in the front of the seat. I mean, it means that if you're in the front of the car and your little one has a drink, they have somewhere to put it, instead of like accidentally it falling on the floor or slinging it onto the seat next to them. Like, they can put it in their own cup holder. So that's a great feature, and they hide away when they're not in use, so it keeps the car seat looking neat and tidy. So a really interesting point to make about the Joie Trillo is that it is the cheaper version of the Joie Trillo LX. This does not mean that it's any less safe than the Joie Trillo LX. It just means that it has a couple less features. So the Joie Trillo is suitable from 15 to 36 kilos. So that's around 3 to 12 years old. So it will last your little one until they start using a normal seat in the car with the normal seat belt. So this really is an investment. It has a 7-position headrest. As you can see, this is on its highest setting, so it has a lot of space in the seat. The Joie Trillo also has really handy belt installation guides. So they're all in red, so you know exactly where they go. We've got little red bits here and here and an arrow there. So you strap your little one in and, you know, away you go. It's so simple and easy to use. So although the Joie Trillo doesn't have the guard surround safety that the Joie Trillo LX has, it does have side impact protection still, which is obviously very important for your little one when you're in the car. Like, the headrest is just so supportive. It's got really soft cushioning on each side. It's a V shape, so it kind of keeps your little one's head in the right position. So if we want to compare the Joie Trillo and the Joie Trillo LX car seats, they're pretty much the same car seat. I mean, if you have a look at them, the only differences that you can see are that the materials look like a slightly different colour. Well, if we look a little bit closer, the seat on the Joie Trillo is your basic fabric. I mean, it's a very comfortable seat, but it is the same fabric as the backrest. However, the Joie Trillo LX has memory foam seat, so it feels a lot deeper to touch. It feels like there's a lot more cushioning there. And definitely for the back of the legs as well, there's just so much more padding, whereas the Joie Trillo, it's quite hard. Not that your child won't be comfortable in this, but if your child is a particularly fussy child and likes a good bit of comfort, then I think the Joie Trillo LX is definitely the one to go for, just because of that cushioning. Another point to mention in comparison of the two car seats is that the Joie Trillo and the Joie Trillo LX both have cup holders. They're different colours, but they're exactly the same design. Two good places for your little one to store any snacks or drinks or, whatever they have in the car. They have exactly the same belt installation guides too. So we've got the headrest and the headrest there, and then the red under the seat. So you can clearly see how to install both of the car seats really easily. Another main difference between the Joie Trillo and the Joie Trillo LX is that the LX comes with guard surround safety on the side of the seat, which you do install while you're setting the seat up. So these just clip on. They're just an extra layer of side impact protection, basically. And they're on each side of the car seat. And the Joie Trillo doesn't have these. It has spaces for them, but it doesn't come with them. So they're the main differences. The Joie Trillo and Joie Trillo LX both have 7-position headrests too. So they're exactly the same size car seat. That's them both in the lowest position, so you can see that they're both the same height. They both have the same width seat. I say the only difference potentially is that the LX has more cushioning here, whereas the Trillo doesn't have as much cushioning. It's a little bit wider just as you go out there, whereas this is more that's that angle, and that's more of that angle. So it's completely dependent on your preference. So let's put the headrests up to the highest position, and you can see that they are both the same height. So they're exactly the same size car seat. You can see the size here, and the shape of it is slightly different to the shape here. So this does come up a lot higher than that one. So it could add a little extra layer of protection here and here. So the Joie Trillo RRP is at £50 and the Joie Trillo LX RRP is at £70. So this one is £20 more expensive than this one. And that's £20 that you want to pay if you want the premium memory foam fabrics and the extra layer of side impact protection. But other than that, they are both very similar car seats. So thank you for watching. You can buy and find out a lot more information about both of these car seats online at buggybaby.co.uk. Thank you.
Hi, I'm James from BuggyBaby. We're just now going to have a I don't know anything recap of the Trillo and Trillo LX. That's right, isn't it, Ella?
Yeah.
Okay. Both made by Joy. And you're probably wondering, why would I go for the Trillo? Trillo's this one, sorry, and the Trillo LX is this one. That's the right one.
Yeah, that's the right one, yeah.
Yeah, you can immediately see that obviously this one's cheaper than this one. Price difference?
£20.
So what's the retail of this one?
That one's 50.
50, and I'm guessing
that one's 70, yeah.
So yeah, you can immediately see just the quality difference in the fabric. At least I can see that. This seat looks just a bit more comfy than, yeah, it's definitely actually, you can feel the padding in this one. As always with car seats, we always say if you have a backup car seat for granny, you go for this one. Everyday use, you're going to go for the nicer one. And by the feel of this padding that you can't see there, but I can feel, you're probably going to go for the padded one. It does feel worth it, and this material feels worth it. So if you're going to be spending a lot of time in the car, it's worth spending that £20 more. It's a basic high back booster, groups 2 and 3, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Usual thing with high back boosters, headrest goes up. There's no lateral expansion. The Trillo LX has these side impact sort of bulges that helps in crash tests. And this one, you don't get those. Again, headrest goes up. Ella will have already shown you this. So that's straightforward. I do quite like this. Both of them they could have easily have left it out of the cheaper one, but they haven't. I know from experience that kids are forever eating and drinking, so it's quite handy to have these little cup holders to put in something. They're not circular in shape, so depending on the bottles you use or the snacks, they may or may not fit. Ella, just come in and just show that shape. So there's my hand, just show the size, and that's the shape. So your standard chili or schmiggle drinking bottles probably wouldn't fit in there, but a small cup would. They're quite nice. Other visual differences, not a lot. They've just changed where the Joy is, but that's no biggie. Now I'm sure again that you've already seen this, but I hadn't actually seen what's the name for this? It's not ISOFIX, it's ISOSAFE. So that will clip on your metal bars in the back, and then you pull that to tighten, I'm assuming. That's how it's meant to work. What I do like is that these covers look very easily removable. So washing would be very straightforward. There's a popper and just little toggles. I know again from experience how filthy car seats can get, but these look very easily removable and obviously then washable. It's a very nice functional car seat. Some easily disconnect the base from the back, which is a real pain because then you really struggle to hook them back in, again from experience. But these I'm having no issue at all with, even though they do go to lie flat, it's not separating, which we've had before with other types of car seats. To drop no names in, Cassato separate easily. So that's nice, real straightforward car seat. And yeah, I think for me just that cushioning alone would push me to that. But again, like I say, your backup car seat, just go for that one. Daily use, that one. As a customer, have I missed anything?
I don't think so. I think the main points that I kind of made when I was comparing them was the fact that that one has nicer cushioning, the Trillo LX, and the fact that it has the extra feature of the guard surround safety. But other than that, everything I think you've pointed out is exactly as I kind of compared them.
Yeah, and when you're buckling, this looks a nice wide point because you're trying to get the lap belt through there and in, and then that's actually quite a nice mechanism there. Some have a really narrow slit through the plastic bar here. There's a real pain to thread, but this is a much bigger, you'd loop that in and round, which looks a better design than at least I've had to deal with. So that actually is quite a nice fitting mechanism. Obviously it's on both sides. So yeah, I quite like that. I can't see any reason not to go with that. I've made it now stand upright. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that would, if your seats are lie backy type, that would sit like that all the way up to, and I've managed to do it. I managed to lock it. This is something we couldn't do about 3 minutes ago. I managed to lock that one in the upright, and I'm wondering now if I can get this one to lock in the upright. Yes, there we go. Look at that.
I can do that.
Something we couldn't do. So yeah, so that's a bit handier because they were flopping down. But yeah, so great, good. Trillo LX, backup one, main one.